Hello, dear listeners. Welcome back to our peaceful storytelling journey. In the first story, we heard about Tara, the girl who walked beyond the stars. In the second story, Tara returned to her village and helped children believe in their dreams. In the third story, one of those children, Arjun, worked hard and finally reached space. But today, we arrive at the final chapter because one dream can inspire a person. One person can inspire a village, and one village can inspire the world. Today's story is called The Village That Touched the Stars. This is a story about hope, learning, unity, and the power of shared dreams. This story is written in simple English, so you can relax, listen, and learn at the same time. So take a deep breath, imagine a quiet night sky full of shining stars, and let the final journey begin. The village that touched the stars. Many years passed after Arjun traveled to space. The small village that Tara once knew had slowly changed. It was still peaceful, it still had simple houses and quiet roads. But something important had grown there: dreams. Children were no longer afraid to imagine big futures. Some wanted to become scientists, some wanted to become teachers, some wanted to build machines and discover new planets. And every evening, people still gathered in the open field. They looked at the stars together. One evening, a group of young students came to Tara. Tara said, "We want to build something special for the village." Tara smiled. "What do you want to build?" The students looked at each other with excitement. "We want to build a space center. We want to build a science center." The idea surprised many people. A science center in a small village? Some villagers were unsure. An old man said, "Science centers belong in big cities." A woman said, "Our village is too small for something like that." But the young student did not give up. They believed in their dream. Arjun, who was a space researcher, heard about their plan. He visited the village again. Standing in the same field where he once listened to Tara's stories, he said, "This village gave me my first dream. If we build this science center, many more children will dream." Slowly, the villagers began to support the idea. Farmers offered land, teachers offered help, students offered their time. Everyone worked together. The work was not easy. Building the science center took many months. Sometimes there was not enough money. Sometimes there were problems with materials. Sometimes people felt tired. But every night they looked at the sky. The stars reminded them why they started. Slowly, the building began to take shape. First, the walls, then the classrooms, then the small observatory. Finally, one special room was built, a room with a large telescope. The day of the opening ceremony arrived. Children from nearby villages came to visit. They walked inside with wide eyes. They saw model of rockets, pictures of planets, books about space and science. And in this observatory, they saw something amazing: a powerful telescope pointed towards the sky. Tara stood beside the telescope. She remembered the night when she first spoke to the stars as a young girl. Now many children were standing beside her. One small girl asked, "Tara, do you think someone from our village will go to the space again?" Tara smiled gently. She said, "I think many will." The children laughed with excitement. That night, the villagers gathered outside the science center. They turned off the lights. The sky became dark and beautiful. Thousands of stars appeared. The telescope slowly moved. Children took turns looking through it. One by one, they saw the moon, the planets, and distant stars. Their faces were full of wonder. At that moment, a soft glowing light appeared in the sky. The star spirit returned one last time. Tara looked up and smiled. Hello, my old guide. The spirit spoke softly. Tara, you once walked beyond the star. Yes, Tara replied. But today something even more beautiful has happened. What is that? Asked the spirit. Tara looked at the children laughing and learning together. This village has learned to reach the stars together. The spirit's light grew brighter. Then your journey is complete, it said. Years later, the science center became famous. Students from many places came to learn there. Some children became scientists, some became engineers, some became teachers who inspired others. But they all remembered one thing: a small girl who once looked at the sky and believed in something impossible. And every night, when the stars appeared above the village, people remembered the story of Tara, the girl who walked beyond the stars, the woman who returned to guide others, and the village that finally touched the stars. Dear listeners, this story reminds us that dreams do not grow alone. Dreams grow when we share them. Tara's dream began with a single girl looking at the sky, but her courage inspired many others, and together they built something bigger than one person's dream. Maybe you have a dream today. Maybe it feels small. Maybe it feels far away. But remember this simple truth: when people believe, learn, and support each other, even a small village can touch the stars. Thank you for joining this storytelling journey. And remember, the stars above us are beautiful, but the dreams inside us are even brighter. So, see you in the next story. Hope you learned something today. Please do not forget to check out the vocabulary section. Here I have mentioned whatever words are new for you. So please go through it. I will just pronounce the words. The first one is observatory, meaning a place where people study stars and space. Example: the village built a small observatory. Next, telescope, a tool used to see distant objects in space. Example: the children used the telescope to see the moon. Next, community, meaning a group of people living together. Example: the whole community helped build the science center. Next, inspiration, meaning something that motivates people. Tara became an inspiration for the village. Discovery, meaning finding something new. Example: science helps us make discoveries. Universe, all space, planets, and stars. Example: the universe is full of mysteries. Achievement, meaning something successfully completed. Example: the science center was a great achievement. That's all for today. Thank you so much for listening once again. Bye bye. I'll see you in the next podcast.